for you to bring the first word.
Right.
Amen. Then Jesus said, Jesus, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. I want to talk for the next 9.5 minutes from this thought. Don't miss. Turn to your neighbor and say, don't miss.
Don't miss.
Y'all will get it in a minute. Jesus has now sat at the table. He has broken bread with them. You know what he did. He said, this is my body. He passes around a cup of wine and says, this is my blood. Jesus the Christ has one betrayer and one who is getting ready to deny him 3 times. I wish I could really preach with friends like these who need enemies. He's riding it down on a donkey. He doesn't want to come in pompous and grand. He comes in humble, and the same folks who shouted Hosanna will in a little while shout, crucify him. I wish I could preach, watch who you hang around. I take Peter because Peter, if you will, is like myself. Peter's from the hood. He cusses. He says things that's out of the ordinary. But Jesus does something wonderful for him because they are getting ready to come get him in the morning. Peter, who loves to act without thinking, cuts off the Roman soldier's ear. Jesus then picks the Roman soldier's ear up and places it back on the Roman soldier. For those who aren't really biblically inclined, if you read that, you would really think it's about the Roman soldier. It's really about Peter and how Jesus just cleaned up Peter's mess. I got some folks in here that Jesus has cleaned up your mess. Because if it had not been for the Lord, you would have been caught with that woman who was not your wife. You messed up a time or two, and Jesus reached way down and cleaned up your mess. But I'm not preaching that tonight. He's now on Calvary. Folks have betrayed him. Folks have talked about him. Folks have turned their back on him. And he goes, Father, forgive them. I got 5 minutes left. I hope y'all walk with me real quick. He said, Father, forgive them. If you don't catch it, watch this. He's really doing an intercessory prayer. Lord have mercy. He said, Father, forgive them. For I said, Jesus, how in the world you going to say, for they know not what they do? When folks do stuff to you, they know the repercussions of what's going to happen to you. When folks lie on you and backstab you, they know what they are doing. Oh, that's my first point. Don't try to cuss out your enemy. Don't try to get back at your enemy. Get down on your knees and say, Father, forgive them. For they know not what they do. They don't know who they doing it to. They don't know that you're a child of God. And the reality is, Jesus was saying, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. So you need to let the Lord handle your get back. I got 3 minutes left. I'm going to make my second point. I noticed that you're probably saying, preacher, how in the world are you going to come in here and preach don't miss? What does don't miss have to do with this text? In my 2 minutes that I got left, watch this. Jesus came down as an example of how you should live and how you should walk this Christian walk. So he says, forgive them. That's number one. But watch this. Jesus didn't want to miss out on his blessing. Y'all just missed that, because his blessing was to get back to heaven, to sit on the right hand of the Father. Goodbye now, y'all. I'm done. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, I don't want to miss out on my blessing. I know you lied on me. I know you talked about me. I know you misused me. I know you scandalized my name. But guess what? I don't want to miss out on my blessing. So I ain't going to try to get back at you. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to say, Now,